Wait, there is someone in the background that I will try to see if you can hear it. That says it's always us. It's always us.
It's always us.
Of course, I'm not saying that these actions and these people represent the black community in the United States. These actions represent them, the people that they come looking for hoes, the cheapest one possible. Welcome to another episode of the Dominican News. First thing first, the whole country is entertained with a local reality show called La Casa de los Famosos. People don't talk about anything else but this. It is a local reality show with mostly Dominicans influencers. Yes, you see there are people from Puerto Rico, you have people from Panama, specifically this girl right here. She's from Panama, and she's known by having the biggest vet that you could ever imagine, and she's very famous for that. But yeah, she dances pretty well as well. In the Dominican Republic, Halloween is not part of our culture. Of course, you got people that do it here, especially in tourist areas like Punta Cana, Sosua, and private companies in Santo Domingo, companies owned by Americans. So they do their kind of celebration like Halloween privately. You got places like bars, hotels. They do that because you got a lot of people from other countries coming to those places and they like it. But the Halloween celebration is now part of us. We don't. People, they don't care if you do it or not. You are not going to see like Dominican kids going and knocking doors.
What are you doing here?
Well, I Jehovah's Witness.
And asking for candies and stuff like that. And that ain't happening. And anybody who lives here, they know that I'm saying the truth. A lot of people consider it diabolical. You know, this has to do with religion. I mean, the people that think that way, you know, it's people that are Christians and they don't want to do none of that. However, you got places like Sosua. In Sosua, they celebrate Halloween. Like, they do big parties. Obviously, Sosua is a place that is full of Americans. So yes, hotels and bars and everybody does it because that attracts customers. Now, there is something that caught my attention that has nothing to do with the Halloween party like itself. But since we had a huge gathering of people coming to see that celebration in Sosua, you also have a lot of people in casinos. Now, I don't understand what happened here. I don't know what triggered it. This behavior is not what I would expect.
Always us. Always us.
Of course, I'm not saying that these actions and these people represent the black community in the United States. These actions represent them, the people that did it. And a lot of people that come here to tourist area, especially Black Americans, I've seen the way they behave here. Sometimes they follow like a pattern. They come looking for hoes, the cheapest one possible, and they are more likely to get in trouble because since you are trying to dive in the low budget world, of course, you are more likely to find problems. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that these actions are only committed by Black Americans. Dominicans, when they go to other countries, they also do stupid shit. Like that, or even worse, right? But today, what I'm talking about is about this specific situation. That happened happened here in a casino that has been destroyed. This casino was just reopened to the public. Who's going to pay for that? I have no idea, but I'm assuming that somebody's going to have to pay for that because it's been recorded. They got faces of everybody there. Probably they're not going to be arrested because if they get arrested, how are they going to pay? They got to make phone calls. They got to do transfer to collect the money to pay for the damages. So there is a pattern in Sosua, especially with Black Americans. White Americans, they also have their pattern, but their pattern is less noisy. They do everything they do is very bad as well. Some of them they come here looking for very young girls, and that's even worse to what happened in that casino. It's hard to record that because they always try to. They try to be always under the radar. That's a pattern that white people follow when they come here to do stupidities. Some of them are in prison for things like that. But today, what I'm talking about is this specific event that happened in Playa Chiquita in Sosua. So I'm saying this like, behave better, please behave. That's what I'm saying. Because what would have happened if the police officers, they get into that casino to try to keep peace or beat these people up? Because everybody there is probably drunk, right? So the news would be Dominican police attacked Black Americans because because white Americans, they have privileges, things like that. Everything was going to be about race and about the color of the skin and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, thank God that the Dominican police did not intervene in this issue. And they just let them destroy everything. Because maybe today the story would have been totally different. It would have been not the destruction of this casino. It would have been like Dominican police, racist police attacked Black Americans that were just having fun at the casino. That was going to be the news. And I'm really glad that the Dominican authorities did not intervene. Yeah, like, just let them be. Dominican authorities hate Black Americans in Sosua. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I'm not saying that Punta Cana is the most expensive place, because it's not. You have also places that are not that expensive and you can go there and live there. However, the people that go to Punta Cana, they are not probably willing to do this kind of crazy stuff or this behavior, this violence. You will probably not see that in Punta Cana because either people get used to the environment, and if you don't see that kind of thing, you don't want to do it, or because the people that go to Punta Cana are different. The kind of tourists there is different. They behave different. Now, but in Sosua, you have a lot of low income young people that they go there looking for prostitutes, but I'm not saying there's no prostitution in Punta Cana. Of course there is, but probably in Sosua, you're able to hire 2 or 3 girls with $100. And that's the kind of people that you got. You got young people that are not that young, that they come here, especially Americans. They come to Sosua, 5 people, and they stay in a room. They rent an Airbnb, 5 people stay there. They brought $300, and they want to burn the island with $300. And this is why you see this kind of unacceptable behavior like what you saw in this video. And by the way, there is someone in the background that I will try to see if you can hear it, that says, "It's always us, it's always us." When he says us, I don't know exactly what he's trying to say, but I'm assuming that he says, is always us black people.
It's always us. Always us.
So this is black people just like you and me that you don't see there. The majority of the people that you see here and the people throwing chairs is black people from the United States. And they've been involved in this. I'm guessing that they're gonna have to pay for all of that. That is unacceptable. I've never seen anything like this before. People from Sosua says that this happened pretty often, but it's not recorded. In Punta Cana, you have a lot of people from all races. You got Caucasian people, you got black people from the United States, you have people from Europe, but they behave in a different way, more civilized. Of course, they're also looking for prostitutes as well, but there's a difference that I've noticed from between black and white Americans when it comes to coming on vacation. White men that come here looking for sexual company, right? Sexual tourism. They usually come alone because they don't want nobody to know. They don't want to be noticed. They just come, they do what they're going to do. They pay all this money to these girls. Some of them, white people, and they usually are looking for very young girls. But they don't want to be noticed. They quiet and they pay whatever they have to pay and they go home. That's it. But if they come more than one white person, they do the same. Like they don't want noise. They don't want people to know. They're more, when it comes to behaving, I have to say it, they behave better. They don't make that much noise. But when you see black people in Sosua, they behave totally different. First, they want everybody to know that they're in town. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just trying to explain myself, the difference that I've seen. They want people to know they're here. They usually don't bring as much money as white people. They come like wolves in packs, like a lot of 5, 6, 7 friends. They came together. They're gonna stay all of them in a room. And then they go at night like wolves, trying to hunt their prey with $30 or $40 in their pocket. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting the Dominican news. Please subscribe, hit the like button. Love you all, people.